Welcome to the penultimate video in this particular module. I want to share with you the various platforms that we have, right? You know that we are in the online space, and while you are in the online space, you're in the digital space, a lot of things is possible. I don't want you to limit yourself to just the social media platforms that you know. I want you to understand that there are a lot of other social media platforms in the whole world. But the platforms that we are going to be talking about here are the Meta platforms and some other platforms. The various platforms that your brand or your clients might want to show up on can be Instagram, can be Facebook, WhatsApp, YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, Snapchat. So let's just focus on these 7 platforms, right? Let's just focus on these 7 platforms. Now, another thing that your clients might even be interested in, your clients might tell you that, oh, I'm interested in email marketing. The clients might tell you that I'm interested in email marketing, and that is another ball game entirely. Do you get? But I want you to understand that as a social media manager, all these platforms, they have to be your best friends. They have to be your best friend. As in, it's so funny because that's why you have to use a good phone. It's also important. But I don't want you to now limit yourself to the phone that you use. You can do a lot with what you have. I am currently not filming this video with an iPhone. But if I do not tell you now, will you know? Maybe you would know because of the quality, but I am making do with what I have. Don't let that stop you as a social media manager, right? Across all these various platforms, there are other platforms that you can use. And I want you to now start saying, okay, which platform is my client interested in? Depending on the platform that your client is interested in, how well can I show up on this particular platform for my clients? Then you need to start thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking like that. So you understand that when it comes to WhatsApp, the way you show up on WhatsApp is not the same as the way you show up on Instagram, right? It's very, very important. You have to know what is the algorithm like for this platform. And another thing that you have to get familiarized with is how to repurpose content. For example, I remember that this particular course that you are watching, how did this course come to be? I was basically just sharing something on my WhatsApp status, and as a result of sharing it on my WhatsApp status, I got asked a question. I realized that, oh, this is something that I can do. I said, okay, I have an answer. This is the answer. And before I could say Jack Robinson, it turned into what? An online course. And that is it. I could have asked you to pay a token for this course, but I decided to do it free because the YouTube is a platform for evergreen content, in the sense that this particular video that I'm putting out here today is going to be here for life, and anybody and everybody across the whole world can have access to it. I decided to do this like this. Are you getting what I'm saying? So that is what I'm saying, that you have to be able to know each platform and how it works. So by the time you figure out how each platform works, how to post on each platform, there are different ways to post on different platforms. They are very, very different. Very, very different. For example, a video that you can post on YouTube might not really, the way you want to post videos on YouTube is what? You want to post it as a landscape. Whereas on WhatsApp, you can either do landscape or you can do portrait. But you know that on YouTube, we have something called YouTube Shorts. On Instagram, we have something called Reels. Do you get? So you have to be able to sit down and say, these various platforms, how do they work? You have to be able to learn how each particular platform works. And in case of email marketing, there are various email marketing tools. You have to be able to know, how does this email marketing tool works? I remember when I was working with a particular client, we were using ConvertKit as the email platform, but the client wanted us to pivot into using Zoho. I didn't know much about Zoho, and I had to start sitting down to read more. How does Zoho email marketing work? Do you get? So like, you have to be able to, and that's another thing about a social media manager, you have to be able to adapt. Like, you have to be able to adapt easily. And then another thing is, most especially if you are working as a freelancer, I'm even already giving you advice. If you are working as a freelancer, your clients want different things at different times. Your clients, do you get? So that's why I said that you have to be able to watch. Trends have to be your best friend. I hope you understand me. So I hope that you've been able to learn one or two things from this particular course or the particular video. Now, the last video I'm going to be sharing with you is I want to talk to you about the various mistakes that I made so that you don't have to make those mistakes. Now, let's get into it.